Hi everyone. Sorry, I accidentally hit the wrong button when I was recording, so I got to start off and got to start this over again. Anyway, I was trying to get a lighter reading. For those of you that have been following me for a little bit, the past week and a half or so, I've been channeling the same energy group pretty consistently. I want to make sure I do readings for, different energy groups on here, so this may or may not be for you. I'm going to start, doing readings on the past person, I know some of you guys want to know about new love. I'm going to do some readings on that as well. I did do a couple heavy readings. Well, I guess you could say they're kind of heavy. So for those of you that have been watching my readings the past week or so, there's been this energy group where it's like these masculines have to make a choice now. They're at a crossroads, and that was one energy group. And now that some of them are starting to make those decisions, it's kind of splitting off into two different energy groups. So the two readings that I did that I'm going to post within the next couple days are, one of them is for those masculines that are going down a more karmic path. They're kind of repeating the same cycles. They're not learning their karmic lessons. They're not taking accountability. They're not stepping up. They're just trying to go down the easier route. They're playing games. That was basically a look on, into what's going on in their life, what's coming in for them, what the connection between you guys will look like. And then for the other energy group, it's, like I said, a crossroads. So now it's split into two different energy groups, those that are going down the karmic path and those that are going down a higher path, those masculines that are taking accountability, they are stepping up to the plate, they are getting on board with their spirit guides, they are wanting to work together with their person, they are wanting to make those changes, they are wanting to start putting in the work, putting in the effort. And it was, that other second reading that I did was a look into what it looks like for those that are in that energy group that are making that choice to go down that specific path and make those changes, and what their life will look like and what the connection between you two will look like. So anyway, I'm just putting that out there. I'm going to put those two readings out within the next couple days. It's just been one heavy reading after another, so I just wanted to take maybe a day or two just to have some lighter readings in here, and maybe, channel a couple other different energy groups as well. But anyway, let me get right into it. So what I was getting is, with the Five of Cups, can you guys see that? Sorry, I'll move these all over here. We got the Five of Cups. We got the Four of Swords, the Tower, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. So I honestly think that somebody is being triggered right now. I feel like it's like somebody's looking at the three cups that have spilled over, and they're not paying attention to the two cups that are still standing upright. Like, this person just kind of feels upset. They feel abandoned. They're not actually recognizing that there's still two cups that haven't spilled over. If they just turn around and look and focus on that, there's still some hope there. Four of Swords, it's almost like a rude awakening for this person. I feel like there was a Tower moment where this person really got triggered by someone or something. They might have heard something. There might have been like a rumor. For some, I'm getting that, but I'm also getting that might have been something that you said or did. It's just something that really triggered this person. And I feel like they're almost coming in looking for a fight. They're almost looking for some kind of conflict. They might try to get your attention in a sort of toxic way, but it's not going to work. It's actually going to backfire on them, and it's only going to push you away even further, because you're not going to resonate with that energy. You're the Queen of Cups. You're not, if they're trying to get your attention in negative ways and toxic ways, or in ways that hurt you, you're not going to be open to it. It's going to push you further away. But I actually feel a really good outcome here for this energy group, because it kind of feels like they're wanting to message. Something really shook them up recently. Something really triggered their abandonment issues here recently. They're kind of freaked out a little bit, and they're wanting to come forward with like a Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords type of message. Tell me more about this message. Which isn't really ideal. I mean, ideally they should come forward as more of a Page of Cups, because Pentacles and Swords, it's more logical, but it could be also more cutthroat. Like, they might, like I said, might come through kind of looking for some kind of, I see this as like feeding someone breadcrumbs. Yeah, that karmic cycle of them being able to feed you breadcrumbs is ending, and they're going to recognize that if they want to come forward, the only thing you're really going to respond to is an Ace of Cups, is some kind of gesture, love offer, accountability, those kind of things. But yeah, I feel like they might, it's like they're going to try to trigger you. So, you know, as much as I was hoping to get a lighter reading, this is kind of, you know, one of those, it's not as light as I was hoping it would be. Yeah, because just with this message, I just see them coming forward, and it's like, especially the Lovers is like making a choice too. And then we have the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords, and it's almost like you see this person's like prepared for battle. Like they're just coming in really hot, really quickly, just out of nowhere. Might be accusing you of things. It might be it's like there's love deep down, but I feel like almost like their pride is wounded, or their ego is wounded, and there's some kind of tower moment here where it's like they're feeling abandoned, they're feeling triggered. And so it's almost like, I don't want to say they want revenge, but kind of it's almost like they want it's like they want to trigger you in return. And it's honestly, that's not going to go well. That's just going to lead to, it's either going to lead, it's probably going to lead to you, just like I said, just being even more distant. You're going to shut that down. You're not going to deal with that. Or at the very most, it's going to lead to a power struggle. It's not going to get the response that they're hoping for. So this person they might do petty things right now to try to jealous you. I didn't even mean, I was maybe try to make you jealous. I wasn't even going to say that. I was actually trying to say they might do petty things right now to try to trigger you. I also feel like they're coming forward in this way because they know that they need to send you a message because their pride is wounded. They're not wanting to make that love offer just yet. They're not wanting to, it's almost like they expect you to be defensive. They expect you to be cold, guarded. They expect you to be in kind of this like Queen of Swords energy. And so I feel like they're kind of coming in just like testing the waters to see what your energy is going to look like, to see what kind of energy you're going to be in. And they're going to be surprised that you're actually going to be the Queen of Cups. But you're not going to be the Queen of Cups in a way that's, you're not going to be a pushover. You're going to be assertive, but gentle at the same time. And I feel like you're going to, it's like she's going to set boundaries with this person. You know, she's not, if he's coming forward accusing her of things or just starting a fight or anything like that, like I said, I feel like it's going to backfire. Like she's either, if he does petty things to get her attention, it's either just not going to work. Like I said, it's going to push her further away. She's going to look at that and she's going to be like, okay, he's being, you know, pages can be children too. So she might look at it and be like, okay, he's being childish. This is just, you know, confirming that, you know, I need to protect myself from this person, that I can't trust them. Like it's not going to get her attention. And like I said, if it does get her attention, it's just going to be like an argument. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to end well for him if he's coming forward in that kind of way. But I think he's actually going to be surprised that it's like he's expecting the worst. He's expecting her to be a Queen of Swords, and he's going to be surprised that she's actually a Queen of Cups. But, you know, like I said, this Queen of Cups this woman is not a pushover, though. She's going to, it's like Queen of Cups is gentle and nurturing and loving, but she's also, I feel like, especially in this energy, how I'm channeling it, is I feel like she's also going to be very assertive, though. She's going to stand her ground. But I think she's going to, you know, if he comes forward with this message, I think she's going to say, like, I think she's going to kind of say, you know, like I said, like what the cards were saying here, she's not entertaining breadcrumbs. That karmic cycle has ended. But I think she'll be open if there's some kind of offer here with the Ace of Cups. You know, he can't play the same games as before. That's not going to work. But if he comes forward in a way that's, you know, not playing games and actually get on the same page with her, there is a happy outcome here. So I think he'll be surprised to find that she might not be quite as cold and mean as he's expecting her to be. She'll still be assertive. She's still going to stand her ground. But I think this Queen of Cups is going to say, well, let me see what she's going to say. What is this Queen of Cups going to say to him? Strength. Judgment. Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords, truth, clarity. Yeah, I think she's going to say, show me something. You know what I mean? She's going to... It's almost like she's going to... I don't know if she's going to, like, lead the conversation, but kind of, like, he might come forward in a way that's kind of aggressive or accusational, and then I think she's just going to put her foot down. She's going to be like, no, we're not doing that. Or I think he might also... For some, I think he might play petty games. And I think he might keep trying to play like certain petty games to get her attention. Maybe that worked in the past, and it's not going to work this time. There's just going to be, it's going to be like crickets, just dead silence. And I think maybe that is when he's going to get frustrated, because he's going to be like, why isn't this working like it did before? Like, why? It's like he's going to have to change things up. But I actually think he's going to have some epiphany here where he's going to be like, oh, I can change things. I can do things a different way. He's going to, it's almost like they're going to start seeing eye to eye. There's going to be some kind of truth or clarity that comes in where there's going to be like a balance. Like this Queen of Cups is going to have that. She's going to be grounded. She's prepared for this conversation, or she's going to have some kind of balance here is what I'm feeling. Where I feel like what she's going to say is basically, you know, we can heal this if you want to, but, you know, I'm moving forward. Are you coming with me, or are you not coming with me? Like, we can heal this if you want to. There can be healing here, but that karmic cycle of you giving me breadcrumbs is over. I'm not ever going back to that again. I'm not ever going back to that energy again. So it's like that energy where she's, you know, calm, gentle, but assertive in her power. And like I said, it's like I think this man's going to get frustrated because the old tactics, like the breadcrumbing or playing games, it's not going to work on her anymore. It's like I said, it's not going to get her attention anymore. It's going to push her further and further away, until eventually she's just not even going to be able to see him in the same light if that continues. But yeah, I think the conversation, it's almost like this conversation, it's kind of like it starts off rocky, or it might start off, I don't know if it's like, it's just, I get like an aggressive energy from this person because they're triggered. But even if it starts off rocky, I feel like these two are actually going to get on the same page, and it's almost like things are going to be out in the open more, and they're going to start communicating about things, and it's going to get them to a better place. And I actually think he's going to eventually match her energy with the Queen of Cups here. Because I think she's going to kind of, it's almost like, I don't know if it's like a motherly energy, but kind of like where it's like I said, assertive, but gentle at the same time, where she's going to be like, this isn't, like, if he messages her in a certain way, she's going to be like, this isn't going to get my attention. Like, no, I'm not breadcrumbing. I'm not being gaslit. We're not doing that again. But you have the option of getting my attention in a positive way, in a good way. You know, if you want to heal this, if you want to work on this with me, if you want to work on being on the same page, not being in a power struggle, but just open, honest communication, then we can move this forward. But it's kind of like she's just standing in her power. She's kind of just going to be standing in her power and like, are you with me or not? Are you coming with me or not? I'm not going to meet you in this energy. I'm not going to entertain games. I'm not going to entertain breadcrumbing. I'm not going to deal with any of that. But if you want, you can step up and be the King of Cups and match my energy, and we can heal this together, and we can work through things together and move forward with the Chariot. So he's going to be surprised that she's a little bit more open with him than he expects her to be, but still not, he's not going to be able to pull one on her if he's trying to do that. It's going to backfire. And he's actually just going to embarrass himself. But yeah, I feel like she's going to stay with like Strength and the Judgment, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. Like, show me something. Like, you want me to be the Queen of Cups? You don't want me to be the Queen of Swords? Show me something then. Like, she's going to make a judgment call. She's going to be strong, and she's going to be in her power, and she's going to, I feel like she's going to stop herself from being confrontational when this comes in. She's going to, it's like she's going to state her boundaries in a way that's assertive, but not in a way that's confrontational. Like I said, she's not going to match this energy. She's not going to entertain that. But it's like with the Judgment, she's going to say like, show me something here. Show me something. Show me a new start. Ace of Wands is like a passionate new beginning. This could be romance. This could be, physical affection, emotional affection, emotional expression. Ace of Swords is truth and clarity, where I feel like with this conversation, like I said, I feel like it's gonna take a turn where it might start out a certain way. It's gonna be kind of rocky, but by the end of it, they're gonna be understanding each other on a much deeper level. There's gonna be this kind of empathy for each other. Like they're both going to. It's like this person is going to finally kind of acknowledge her abandonment issues, and she's going to acknowledge his abandonment issues. Like, I think they're going to be more open about those things so that they can, work through things together and get to the bottom of this and, get on the same page with this love. But yeah, like I said, it's like she's going forward, and he has to decide if he wants to get on this chariot with her, or is he going to watch her go away on this chariot by herself. It's up to him. But the desire and potential to heal this is there. But yeah, that's basically the energy I get. Is she's just gonna say, she's gonna make a judgment call. She's gonna be strong. She's gonna observe him. She's gonna say, okay, show me something. I'm not doing this with you, but show me something. Okay, do you want a new start with me? Do you want to work through things? Like, show me how it's gonna be different this time. Show me, make me some kind of gesture. Make me some kind of offer. I want some kind of new start here. If I'm going to do this, there has to be a new start between us. There has to be, she wants that passion. She wants that romance. She wants that emotional connection, that physical connection. She wants that intimacy, that truth and clarity. I think she's going to express her needs more too in this conversation is kind of what I'm feeling. But yeah, I just keep hearing her say, like, show me something then. Okay, like like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing the power struggle. You're not getting my attention in petty ways. You're gonna lose me if you do that. But yeah, if you want me back, you want my attention, okay. You want my energy again, okay. I'll make a judgment call. I'm watching you. Show me something. Show me, is there a new start here? Is there truth and honesty and clarity here? Are you gonna be of integrity? Are you gonna step forward? Are you going to are you on board with, expressing yourself to me and working through things with me and healing this together so we can move forward together with this chariot? And so I feel like this is a very serious conversation that's coming in. It is a very in-depth conversation. And like I said, it might start out in an argument, but by the end of it, I think they're going to feel much closer to each other. There's going to be this deeper emotional bond. He's going to have to express some kind of, she's not going to allow him to sweep anything under the rug, though, in this conversation. I feel like she might get defensive if she sees any signs of him trying to put her on hold or trying to just, we'll deal with it later. She's not, this is like one of those like 2-3 hour long conversations. This is like a deep, intense conversation. It's not, there's certain things that she's just not going to allow anymore. But yeah, I think her questioning is going to be along the lines of like, okay, is there a potential new start here? Or how are like, she might have certain questions for him, like, how are you going to do things differently this time? What are you going to show me this time? Like, what effort are you planning on making this time around? Like, she's, like I said, making a judgment call. Like, how is, show me, I'm open to it. I'll hear you out. I'm open to it. Show me how this is going to be different this time. Show me how I can open myself up and trust you again. Show me that you're putting the work in too, that you're putting the effort in. We got the Page of Cups and the King of Cups and Ten of Pentacles too. So yeah, I think by the end of it, there actually is going to be some kind of love offer, or some kind of gesture here. And I think he's going to match her energy with this King of Cups, where his guard is going to kind of, he's not going to be so defensive, because he's going to see that it's almost like he's going to have a deeper respect for her, where she's going to be in her power and she's going to be assertive, but not in a way that's aggressive or confrontational, not in a way that's, It's almost not in a way that triggers his abandonment wounds. It's almost like he's triggering himself in a way right now. You know what I mean? Because she's not going to reject him. If he loses her, it's him doing that. It's him making that decision to lose her. You know what I mean? Because she's going to give him this, she's going to be open. She's going to be like, hey, you do have it, you know, if you're really putting the work in, if you're really, you know, like I said, show me something, show me some kind of effort here. Tell me, I want to know, like, tell me straight up, like, how is it going to be different? Like, what are we going to work through things together? Like, I want the truth about certain things. I want honesty, openness, communication. And so it's like, if he's choosing not to give her that, if he chooses to try to breadcrumb her again and he loses her because of it, that's on him. That's him making that choice. She is giving him the option here still. He has one more chance here to actually step up and have this new beginning with her. But he's going to have to take that leap of faith if he wants to keep her. She's not doing any little offers anymore. It has to be an Ace of Cups at this point. There has to be something solid. There has to be some kind of vulnerability, some kind of honesty. But like I said, I feel like even though it might be a confrontational conversation at points, I feel like there's going to be a breakthrough that comes through because of this conversation. Like towards the end of it, it's like they're going to be seeing more clearly. Like I think they're going to both have a deeper understanding of each other. They're going to be the King and Queen of Cups, and they're going to actually have like the Ten of Pentacles here. That's everything. That's building a solid foundation together, you know, open, honest communication. So it's a really beautiful energy. Any final messages? Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. What a strange energy. Why the Seven of Cups? And because Seven of Cups can be like illusion, multiple options, confusion. Four of Pentacles can be like holding on to something. I kind of think it's saying she's going to stand her ground. She's going to say, I'm not an option. I'm not an option. I am the only choice. And if you can't see that, then this isn't for me. I think she's going to hold, it's like she's going to hold on to that. She's going to hold on to that. She knows her worth, and she's not going to compromise that. The Hermit, Eight of Wands, Four of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups too, though, which is like, you know, like family, love, like true love, abundance. So it's like, even though there's this chaotic energy in between, it looks like it does have a good ending. You know, of course, depending on the decisions that he makes when, you know, they have this conversation. But tell me more about the Hermit, the Eight of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Yeah, if he acts on his fears of being left out in the cold, if he messages in a way that makes her feel rejected, she's going to be a Queen of Swords real quick. Her energy is going to change up real quick. Yeah, it's going to lead to abandonment. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, the Moon. Yeah, where she's almost going to be like, I've been wanting to work through things with you for a long time. Like, I've been wanting to do the work with you, but I'm not going to do all the work by myself anymore. You know, because if she's the one carrying this load by herself, it's too much. She can't carry it on her own. She's like, we're in this together, or I'm not doing it. I'm not carrying this load for you anymore. Like, we're either a team and we're working through things together, or I can't do it. Yeah, I feel like this person's going to come in passionately. I feel the Nine of Wands can be like the wounded warrior, but it's also like a final battle. So I think this person's recognizing, like, that this really might be their last chance. You know what I mean? That she's not playing around anymore. She's really at that point where she's like, I'm on this chariot and I'm manifesting everything I want in my life. Either you're coming on this journey with me and we're going to heal things together. We're going to do this together as a team, or I'm moving forward without you. I don't want to move forward without you, but you know, I'm getting on this chariot. I'm not putting my life on hold. I'm not going to be an option. I'm not dealing with somebody that's in and out. I'm not doing any of that anymore. I'm on this chariot. The chariot can be like travel, and it's like somebody that's like, you know, the chariot can even be like a vehicle too. It can be like somebody that's like in this car, they're like in the taxi, they're like, you're getting in or you getting out. You're not gonna, you know, stand there telling me that, you know, maybe you'll get in, you'll think about it. I don't know. You're either getting in that car with her and you guys are going somewhere together, or she's going somewhere without you. Like there's no, you're not holding the taxi up. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna stay there kind of wish-washy, on the fence about her. She knows what she deserves. So, but yeah, it kind of seems like he's finally realizing that she is the prize here. That he's finally recognizing her worth, it looks like. And he's recognizing that there is a final battle here. But he does want to come in passionately. 9 of Cups too. It's like he's realizing that if he wants this wish fulfillment with her, if he wants to keep her in his life, if he wants them to be on the same page, he's going to have to come through. He's going to have to come through, you know, with this Knight of Wands energy. So it's a good thing because it's like he is recognizing that he does have another chance here with her if he acts accordingly. The Hanged Man, the 8 of Swords. The Emperor. He's been resistant to a new perspective, but I think that it's interesting because after the 8 of Swords comes the 8 of Pentacles and then the Emperor. So I think even though he's been resistant to a new perspective, I think that he also doesn't want to stay in this mentality, this kind of victim mentality, you know, blindfolded, not seeing things clearly. He wants to build something here, and he wants to be the Emperor. He wants to put the work in to be the Emperor, to be the kind of person that he wants to be. So, you know, this is a really beautiful energy. It really is good. Like I said, with this heart-to-heart conversation, I feel like they can really, like I said, there's going to be like a breakthrough where they're both going to have a deeper, he's going to be more concerned for her feelings, I think. He's going to be more aware of her feelings. He's going to be more aware of, I feel like I think they're both going to have some epiphanies in this conversation. I think that he's going to have some... Tell me more about these epiphanies really quick. I keep saying, like, I swear, every time I sit down, I'm like, I'm going to do a light reading. And it's like, nope. Like, I get all these freaking heavy readings. He might have to walk away from someone else that was trying to control him, too, to have this abundance. He might have to stand his ground with the Queen of Pentacles type that might have been trying to block this union between this couple. Might have been causing issues. He might actually have to stand his ground with her. Tell me more about this. Or tell me more about the conversation. Yeah, death is like a transformation. The Devil. 3 of Cups. Yeah, he's going to have to end any third party. She's, like I said, she's not going to entertain that. She's not doing that shit. But death is like an ending, but it's like a transformation. So it's like a positive. It's like a transformation. It's almost like this... you know, like I was saying, they're going to have like a breakthrough, but I think the way that they communicate is going to be different, but in a really good way. Where I think that they're, you know, like I said, they're both going to have epiphanies. I think his epiphanies are kind of about third parties, and also about, he just seems so triggered right now. Like he seems so triggered, and like his abandonment wounds are triggered. And I think he's going to come to this understanding that he also triggered her abandonment wounds in very deep, very severe ways. And so I think they're going to relate to each other with those abandonment wounds where they're like, we need to like be careful not to trigger each other and to be on the same page. And I think he's going to also realize that maybe like past third-party relationships might have also led him to like almost project past relationship issues onto her, like almost taking anger from past relationships out onto her, or not seeing clearly because of things that he went through in past relationships. So I think it's like there's going to be some clarity that comes in with this conversation. yeah, it's really good though. I mean, it does, you know, he has one last chance with her. I mean, I don't want to say one last chance, but it feels like one last chance. It doesn't feel like I said, I feel like she's getting on that chariot, and he's gonna, if he wants her, he's gonna have to get on that chariot with her and move forward with her and work together as a team and really take her feelings seriously. And really, you know, be mindful of each other. But yeah, this breakthrough is really beautiful. It's there's going to be like a new way that you guys communicate with each other. There's going to be like a new like new perspectives on both ends, sort of. So I feel like a lot is going to come out in this conversation, but in a really good way. You know, like I said, this might be one of those like 2-3 hour long conversations, but you're like, at the end of the conversation, you're glad that you had it, because like things are finally out on the table and things are finally able to like the devil energy, you're able to clear that up and kind of move forward from that together. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. Like I said, though, this conversation is, I mean, that's the potential for this conversation, but like I said, he's going to get shut down if he's playing games or trying to get her attention in toxic ways. It's just going to make her feel like, okay, this man's childish, I can't trust him. She's going to get more defensive. So, but yeah, I think he's going to be really surprised to find that she is a Queen of Cups, that she is actually going to be, you know, for some he doesn't, for some I feel like he feels like he doesn't have any chance with her, like he feels like he's lost her for good, but he actually does have one last chance with her. And I think that's what he's going to be surprised to find out in this conversation, where I think he's going to be expecting her to just be like, fuck you, I'm done. And I think she's going to be like, fuck you, I'm almost done, you know what I mean? Or she's going to be like, you know, like she might be angry, but I think she's going to be more like, you know, like I said, like show me something, like show me some kind of effort. Like I you know, like she's, you know, she's going to go based on his energy. She's, yeah, the Queen of Cups, the Star, the Chariot, like I said, she's like, you know, are we healing this together? Are we doing this together? Like, show me something, make an effort. No breadcrumbing. That karmic cycle is, and that cycle has ended with the breadcrumbing, the in and out, hot and cold, putting her on hold so he could go explore other options, whatever it might have been. She's never going back to that. But like I said, there's going to be like a clarity, like an epiphany where he's like, okay, well, I don't, it's almost like he's like being stubborn and like feeling like he has to do things a certain way. And then she's going to present a better way of doing things. She's going to present another option where she's like, okay, we're not doing things that way, but there's another option where we both communicate openly. We're both vulnerable with each other. There's mutual effort. You know, we meet each other halfway, like that, like her proposal is going to be better. And he's going to be surprised by that, you know, having that option. Basically, he might not have known that it was still an option for him. So yeah, he'll be surprised to find out that he does have one last chance with her if he does things correctly. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. Thank you guys for watching.